What's good, family? Shout out to my doggy, Devil Dog 83, for sending in the most loyal coins. Respect. So we just saw there, in fact, you're seeing there on your screen right now, your man's Anthony, the bodybuilder Johnston. I don't care what no one says, man. This guy, pumping weights. He loves to pump weights. I'm telling you now, yeah. Seriously. Anthony Johnston love to pump weights as much as he loves to have $30 million sparring sessions, of which he tells his fans the night before he gonna go Kronk style. Yeah, the only thing Anthony Johnston loves more than telling his fans the night before he has a big sparring session that he's gonna go in there and go Kronk with Mike Tyson 1986 is pumping weights. Seriously. And this, what gets me is, years ago people said, oh, Anthony Johnston, he's fake, this, that, the other, and I thought, nah, I don't know about that. But the more things happen, it becomes apparent they weren't capping. For example, do you man remember when AJ not long ago said, oh, I've never lifted weights a day in my life? Remember that? Honestly. And I used to tell people that. People would say, oh, YB, AJ's a weightlifter. And I used to parrot that, oh no, AJ don't even lift weights. Yeah? AJ supporters for a long time, because of what he told us, said AJ don't lift weights. That's what we were told. Now he pumping weights every day. Yeah, I follow his social media. He pumping weights. Oops, got more videos coming soon. He loved to pump weights. His favourite thing is to pump weights. And you see the comment below it. He says, "Every lad before a night out, quick pump." You're thinking, the fuck, this guy's supposed to be an elite boxer, and he pumping weights, the worst kind of weights as well. And I'm sorry, people, yeah, you got to bear in mind. So AJ, he's always in Loughborough. Oh, I've got these special sports science dons. Who is advising you to pump bicep weights? Genuinely, I believe in strength. There's some old time cats. I think even maybe Cuss used to believe that strength and conditioning was all in the ring. Now I can't lie to you. If you can't be fit, if you can't get your strength and conditioning in the ring right, then you're right, you shouldn't be doing weights. I believe weights, you should only do weights if you got enough gas tank anyway. Do you understand? Because weights are never going to add to your gas tank. There's no amount, I don't believe so anyway. Cardio is what adds to your gas tank. When you run out of gas, being stronger or having more explosive muscles is never going to help that. So I think the first thing if I was training an athlete, the first thing we've got to get you to do is be able to make it 12 rounds. Before we worry about any explosiveness, yeah? Before we worry about any heavy-handedness, because we know heavy-handedness and explosiveness comes at a cost. It's a bit like Anthony Yard. Anthony Yard when he fought Kovalev, for example, in my opinion. That fight, yeah, bad tactics, but either way, if you can't get through 12 rounds, you've got no business pumping no weights. Yeah, the weights come when you've proven you can go all day. Then we can add some explosiveness. Otherwise, there's no point. What's the point being explosive for 4 rounds and then running out of gas and being on your backside or with your legs in the air? No good. Yeah? Now, Johnston, he is renowned for running out of gas. Renowned for it. He's renowned for his arms hanging by his chest. All of these things, to some extent, are a function of having too much muscle and all that muscle not being trained correctly, aka you're making short, stubby, like in my opinion, as a boxer, I mean, yeah, there is an argument actually, having strong biceps can be good. It can make you be able to whip your uppercuts and your hooks to some extent, but let's not get it twisted here, people. AJ is already explosive. Yeah? Does he need to be doing... For example, if I was training AJ, I'd never train him to get his pump on. Pump, yeah? When you do weight pumps, you do high reps. That's what... You see AJ here doing 30 reps. 30 reps is pure show. That's what bodybuilders do. Bodybuilders, all show, no go. That's what they call it. And that's when you get the pump on, your veins are pumping out, and you're building hypertrophy. Explosive athletes want to be focusing on either powerlifting to some extent, i.e. you want to do max weight, or a kind of balance of both, as in fast reps and decent weight. Decent weight, fast reps, or just pure explosiveness power. Either way, both things really should be explosive. As heavyweight as you can do, it's got to be fast. For a few reps, 2, 3, 4 reps. This guy here pumping weights for 30 reps. Honestly, it's unbelievable. And again, you'd think this guy was just coming out of the amateurs. Oh, yeah, well, you know, he hasn't got no... AJ's been in the EIS with a whole bunch of sports science dons. He's now at Loughborough. He's surrounded by sports science cats. And my man, he's doing 30... I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I really don't know anymore. I'm sorry. I really am. Oh, YB, what are you talking about? For years, people told me, oh, YB, what are you talking about? YB, you're in the basement, YB, and AJ's got Loughborough. Yeah, AJ's got EIS. Oops. How did EIS working when he'd run out of gas after 2 rounds against a 50-year-old Pulev? How's the EIS working for him when he had gas after 5 rounds? And to be honest with you, it wasn't even 5 rounds. That's not fair. It's not fair to say AJ ran out of gas against Pulev in 3 rounds. Not fair. It wasn't 3 rounds. AJ did nothing for 2 rounds, and then in the 3rd round, he had a 30-second burst and was gassed for 6 rounds. Yeah? Same as the Klitschko fight. The Klitschko fight, for the first 4 rounds, he fanny around, not do a lot. The 5th round, he put about a minute's worth of work in and was gassed for 5 rounds. What are you doing? At least we know now what he's doing. He's pumping weights. Yeah? #1 weight pumper. That's why his muscles are stubby. That's why. And I can't lie, I used to be baffled. I used to think, wait a minute. He tells us he doesn't even lift weights. He looks like he lifts weights. Let's be real now. I've never seen someone, and it makes sense now. I've never seen someone look naturally like him. Even when you see videos of Francis Ngannou, for example. Francis Ngannou, whilst athletic, he was never like he is now. And even AJ, look at AJ when he was young, before he became #1 Cabal, and they filled him full of juice. AJ looked like about a 12-year-old, and then all of a sudden he turns into Hulk. Oops. Yeah, you man can do the rest. 100%. Honestly, go look at... AJ used to be a lanky, goofy-looking ass Don. Now he all bollock-looking Mr. Calvin Klein wannabe, bodybuilding model-looking ass, yeah? But before, he used to be big and gangly-looking. Again, before the Cabal cloned him and pumped him out with some genetic improvements, he was skinny and gangly. And now he's pumping some more weights. Of all the things AJ may need, I'll tell you what he don't need is shorter, stubbier, more gassy outer muscles. AJ needs to be punching hard and often. Hard and often. And that's the thing, look at AJ versus Pulev. One of the key critiques, I said, why is AJ loading up with every shot? Just swinging his body weight around. There's no finesse. There's no thinking about what you're doing. There's no touch, bang. There's no digging to the body and coming up top. It's all just left, right. That's what happens when you just got big bulky muscles. You think everything's a hammer, yeah? Sorry, you think everything's a nail. When you've pumped so much weights, yeah? You think everything's a weight to pump. Do you understand? There's an old saying. When you're a hammer, you think everything's a nail. So from AJ's point of view, what happens when you pump weights every day? Yeah? When you pump weights every day, you think every situation you're in is to pump some more weights. So for example, he goes in there with Pulev. Rather than thinking, you know what, I'm a boxer, so let me dissect this guy with finesse and high precision shots to the head and body, AJ thinks, wait a minute, I'm not a boxer, I'm a weightlifter. So let me go in there and pretend I'm lifting weights on Pulev. Hence why you see him go left, right. Call me a liar, yeah? What does AJ always do in his career? He goes in there, he walks forward, left, right, no finesse, no precision, no anything else, just big left rights, like he pumping weights. Exactly like this, really. Imagine, yeah, if you gave AJ dumbbell curls, that's how he'd look when he throws his shots. Left, right, swinging his body left and right. Not a lot of technique in between. And I'm sorry, but... Oh, YB, you're nitpicking. It's not nitpicking, though. We're talking about the absolute pinnacle of sport. And in my opinion, this isn't acceptable at any level. You've got no business in the situation you find yourself in, which is where you literally had to collapse into the corner against a middleweight because you were so gassed. And I'm telling you now, doing these kind of things ain't helping that. So if your goal is to not end up collapsed in a heap on the stool again against a middleweight, I'm telling you now, this, for example, of all the goals AJ and his team may have, unless your goal is to be is to look good and to be big for nothing again. This should, again, like I said, this pumping weights for a whole bunch of reps, all that's doing is making you look good, and is making you what we call big for nothing. Don't get me wrong, 100%. Will you get more Calvin Klein modelling contracts? Absolutely. Yeah, and maybe that's what you're going for. In fact, that's what I've heard he's going for. I'm sitting here saying, oh, AJ, the things you're doing in training, they're not lining up with your boxing goals. Well, YB, actually, you're wrong. His boxing goals are to secure more Calvin Klein modelling contracts. That's why his biceps need to be nice and perky when he's in the ring against Usyk. Because AJ's clocked on now. Wait a minute. We can use green screen to impose heart and effort onto me. I don't even need to put the effort in the ring. Yeah, Under Armour can inject that afterwards with the editing and the green screen. All I need to do is look nice and big and buff and big for nothing looking. Doesn't even matter about winning anymore. I can just rock in there, and then Under Armour will do their magic with a green screen and turn me into a hard fighting winner, a throwback fighter. It's shocking. Yeah? And I'm telling you now, the only man who's going to fix this, the only man who has the holistic knowledge and experience to fix this situation, the whole lot of it, is the YB. No one got my skills. No one knows everything about everything like the YB does. It's honestly, simple as that. I've got way too much life experience. I know exactly what needs to be done. Yeah? But guess what? Johnston, oh no, I'm going to stick with Fernando Alonso, a man who's also has absolutely no record. And not only does the thing, oh YB, who do you think you are? Who did AJ think Fernando was? Oops. Yeah? Because the difference is, as much as I may not have a resume, number one, neither did Fernando. But most importantly, number two, you already given Fernando 3 years. And you've gone backwards. Oops. Yeah? I'm not asking for 3 years. Give me 6 months. And that's what makes it so weird. AJ, if you're not in a relationship with Fernando, why are you keeping him around? To get your head pushed back. To get your wig pushed back by a middleweight. I think what's best for you is you need to come out and say, listen, truth is, I'm with Fernando. Me and Fernando have got a thing going on. Rather than try and keep him around, oh, well, I can't come out publicly. I can't come out and get my Kelly Maloney on, so I best just make out that he's my trainer. Just be honest with yourself. AJ, it's 2022. Come out and be honest. Yeah? Truth is, you're right, YB. I'm going to bring you in as head trainer. I was only keeping Fernando as head trainer to give me the, to give me the down low cover. Because me and him, Because he blew my cheeks out on the weekends. Yeah? But I knew it was kind of sus having a man hanging around, so I thought I'd make him my head trainer. I get it. You're a man. Yeah, you're a sussed on. You're a man on the DL in 2022. I get it. Yeah? But come out. You and Fernando, obviously I ain't going to be involved in any of that stuff, but you and Fernando can get your fruity tooty things on the weekend, and then I'll be there to train you. Yeah? And as long as you ain't trying no fruity tootiness on me, everything's good. You understand? Yeah? And in fact, you can post up in the club, bring the baddies in, and I'll smash the baddies, and you and Fernando can get your ting on. 100%. Yeah? You can say, yo, there's YB and here's with me. Do you know I'm one of them ones? You can, AJ, I'll tell you what, go to the club, you and Fernando can do your thing, and you can get me the baddies, yeah? You can get me all the green-eyed lighty baddies, 100%.